this bizarre goings-on at the Federal Election Commission. This gets almost no reporting, and I think it's a big deal. The Federal Election Commission has 6 commissioners, 3 Republicans, 3 Democrats. And the 3 Republicans on the commission have, ever since Donald Trump became president, have blocked every single, to the best of my knowledge, every single effort to investigate Republicans. And there have been no shortage of actual crimes against the United States in violation of our campaign contribution laws being committed by Republicans, by nonprofit organizations associated with the GOP, by religious organizations associated with the GOP, by Republican candidates, by the Republican Party itself. The latest and most disgusting example that we just saw, this was this week. You'll recall back 3-4 years ago, remember Cindy Yang, Li Yang? She was this front person for Chinese billionaires who was hanging out at Mar-a-Lago, had insinuated herself into Donald Trump's inner circle. Tough on China, you know. Yes. Just wants to make sure his daughter has her patents, although she seems to have lost all her interest in all those patents that Donald actually stabbed the Hong Kong protesters in the back. Donald Trump, you may have, you may be forgiven if you've forgotten. But back in 2018 or 2019, Donald Trump was on a phone call with President Xi, and it was the time that the umbrella protests, where the people are pouring into the streets in Hong Kong to demand democracy, a continuation of democracy. And President Xi was going to go in with guns and start killing people and arresting people. And he got on a phone call with Donald Trump and said, "What are you going to do about this if I do this?" And Trump said, "No problem. Make sure my daughter gets her patents, and you are good to go. Kill as many people as you want, throw as many people in prison as you want." And that's just exactly what President Xi did. Well, around that time, there was this woman, Ellen Yang, who was hanging out at Mar-a-Lago, and she was funneling money from Chinese billionaires and the Chinese Communist Party into the Trump campaign, into specifically a super PAC that was associated with the Trump campaign. And for 3 years now, this Common Cause and the Campaign Legal Center have been basically filing a suit against Cindy Yang and against the Trump people for taking money from China illegally. It's against multiple laws that are supposed to be enforced by the Federal Election Commission. So they put this before the Federal Election Commission, and the lawyers for the Federal Election Commission, who did an investigation of this, this was an 18-month investigation. They dug into this, and the General Counsel, they issued a 33-page report back in June, 3 months ago, saying that, yes, she violated campaign contribution laws. The Chinese violated, and foreign money was propping up Donald Trump and the Republicans right across the board. So it goes before the FEC, where this super PAC should be charged with a crime. They should at the very least have to give the money back. But the 3 Republicans on the Federal Election Commission, because it takes 4 votes for them to do anything, and there's only 6 members, and it's split 3-3, the 3 Republicans blocked this. The headline on MSN.com, Republicans block probe of contributions by Chinese elites to Trump PAC through spa operator. She also, by the way, she was the woman who owned this chain of Asian massage parlors that went up into from Florida up into Georgia and whatnot. And there was that member of Congress who, let's see, Robert Kraft. No, I'm sorry, he wasn't a member of Congress. He was the owner of the New England Patriots, who got busted for apparently hooking up with one of the women in one of these spas. Those charges against him were ultimately dropped, and Yang has never been charged. But this raised a lot of eyebrows, shall we say? So what's going on with this? Anyhow, just wanted to fill you in on that. That's kind of a summary of where we've been at for the last 2.5 hours, or 2.25 hours. I will pick up your phone calls on the other side of this break. It's 18 minutes past the hour here on the Thom Hartmann Program, speaking the truths, the multinational corporations, and the GOP. I'd really rather you didn't know.